Welcome to this Saturday's live cast, the first Saturday of September 2022. And I'm now back on Wandsworth Common. I haven't been here for a few months actually. I thought I'd say a few things about Wandsworth. It's quite an interesting place. It's in South London, south of the Thames, and it's named after an important river called the River Wandle that runs through it, or to the edge of it to some extent. And this was a very important industrial centre in London, really probably from Roman times, because the Wandle is a reasonably fast flowing river. It originates down towards sort of Croydon Way, Carl Shorten and Beddington. And because of this, it probably did have water mills on it from Roman times. One would assume back then they were mostly grinding grain because they didn't have windmills back then. And it became increasingly important where you would have iron workings going on. You'd have water-powered hammers in blacksmiths and then iron foundries along the Wandle in more recent centuries. So an interesting place for that. Another claim to fame for Wandsworth is that a few centuries ago, it was quite an important place for immigrant Huguenots who were Protestant French escaping from persecution in basically Catholic France, particularly during the 17th and 18th centuries. And quite a lot of them settled in Wandsworth, and some settled in Clapham. So in certain areas of Clapham, and I imagine Wandsworth as well, you have actually roads with French names. And I used to live on a road called Trouville Road in Clapham. And there was an Abbeville Road quite nearby. So a little bit of the heritage from the Huguenot times there. So today we're going to be revisiting the positive emotion meditations, which are the main ones I do during these sessions. And the one we're going to do today is the kind of foundation positive emotion meditation. And it's called the Metta Bhavana. And in this one, we bring to mind different people and we basically wish them well. And we're trying to contact this quality called metta as we do this. The name Metta Bhavana means cultivation of metta. Now, metta is quite an interesting thing. The other positive emotion meditations are very much to do with calling up certain emotional responses to people. With metta, we're not really doing that. The quality of metta is something that really is kind of already there in awareness. So we don't really need to cultivate it in the way that we would other emotions. It's more a matter of tuning in with it. It's kind of already there. So the format of the meditation is the same as the other positive emotion meditations. To begin, we'll do the usual awareness scan, which will take probably just under 10 minutes. And then we'll go on to wish ourselves well. And as we do this, we'll see if we can contact this quality of metta. And this quality is usually described as something like a kind of sunshine. It's a kind of bright, inspiring quality that comes into our awareness as we wish ourselves and others well. So we're looking out for this bright, sunny quality. So that's the first stage where we're wishing ourselves well and seeing if we can contact Metta in relation to ourselves. For the second stage, we're now moving on to consider a good friend. Now, because we're trying to cultivate a very particular quality here, there are recommendations as to the kind of person that you pick for this stage. So it's suggested not to pick certain types of people, even though you may regard them as a good friend. So this would include people that are very much older or younger than you, also anyone who's deceased, because this might call up other emotions which are not necessarily directly to do with metta, and they might obscure the metta response. In the same way, it's suggested, especially if you're new to this, not to choose someone that you're sexually attracted to, because again, this can induce other types of emotional responses which may obscure the metta response. So we're trying to make it easier for ourselves here to get in touch with this quality of metta. So the kind of person we're going to choose is someone we've known quite a while, and we've got a nice, easygoing, straightforward friendship with them. So let's take a moment to choose someone for this stage. We then move on to the second stage, where we're going to bring to mind a more neutral kind of person. So this would be someone that we really don't know very well. You probably see them reasonably often, but you don't really know them. It's someone maybe who works in a shop or a neighbour, something like that. And we're going to bring this person to mind. And again, we're going to wish them well and see if we can maintain our contact with this metta response to this more neutral person. So let's just take a moment to choose someone for this stage. So I hope you found someone there for the third stage. For the fourth stage, we're going to move on, and in this stage, it gets a bit more interesting, because for this stage, we're going to bring to mind what's called a difficult person. Now, this is someone we've basically got a problem with at the moment. So it's probably someone you know reasonably well. It could be a relative or a work colleague or something like that. But there's some sort of issue with them for you at the moment. And we're going to see if we can wish this person well and see if we can maintain our contact with the metta response when we bring this person to mind. So bearing that in mind, let's just take a moment to choose someone for this stage. So this is a difficult person. Okay, so I hope you found someone for that stage. For the final stage, the fifth stage, we're going to broaden out our awareness to bring in more and more people, and we're going to wish them well. And this is a kind of expansion stage of the meditation, where we're just expanding out our metaphor response to more and more people. So that's the format of today's meditation. Before we start, I'll very briefly mention our posture. So posture is very useful in meditation for helping us to have a good meditation experience. And generally, the secret of good posture is to have a fairly upright and relaxed back. So if you're sitting in a chair, you might like to add some cushions to the seat of your chair and maybe behind you to help create a fairly upright, relaxed posture. So I'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, so during the meditation, we need our hands supported. So, again, if we're in a chair, that could be on our lap or legs, or maybe the arms of our chair, so that they don't drag us forward. And we also can have our eyes closed or partly open. And if our eyes are partly open, we want to be looking slightly down. So, this is going to be a full 5-stage Metta Bhavana, which will take just over 30 minutes. And to begin, we're just going to notice the sounds that we can hear. And now we're going to notice our sense of vision, so our visual sense. And even if our eyes are closed, we will be seeing something. So let's just notice whatever that is. And now we can notice our sense of smell. And we can notice our sense of taste. And now we're going to just scan through our physical experience. So we can begin at the top of our heads, and we're just going to bring our awareness down through the body. So, first of all, just noticing the top of our head. And now we can notice our face. And the back of our head. And not forgetting our ears. Now we can notice our neck and shoulders. And our arms and hands. And we can bring our attention down to our chest and upper back. We can notice our breathing. And we can notice our abdomen and lower back. And our lower body. And we can notice our legs and feet. And finally, the soles of our feet. And now we can broaden our awareness to include our whole experience. So that's our hearing, visual sense, sense of smell, and sense of taste, and our physical experience. And we can also notice how we feel at the moment. So, what's our emotional state as we sit in awareness? And we can also notice our thoughts. as they come, stay for a while, and then go. And we can maybe bring to mind the people we're going to be putting into the stages. So that's our good friend and the neutral person and the difficult person. And now we're going to continue to be aware of our experience, and we're going to wish ourselves well. And to do this, we can use a phrase which might help, silently saying it to ourselves. May I be well, may I be happy, and may I be free from suffering. And as we do this, we're seeing if we can contact this quality of metta in our awareness, which is a kind of bright, sunny quality, as we wish ourselves well. So we're looking for this bright sunshine quality as we do this. And now we're going to move on to the second stage of this meditation. And for this stage, we're bringing to mind a good friend. So we're just going to see if we can bring our good friend to mind as vividly as we can. And we can then wish our good friend well. So again, we can silently use the phrase, may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be free from suffering. And as we do this, we can just see if we can develop our contact with this experience of metta, this sunny experience in our awareness. So staying with awareness of our good friend as we wish them well. May you be well. May you be happy. And may you be free from suffering. And so now we're going to move on to the next stage of this meditation. And we're going to bring to mind someone who's described as a more neutral person. So this is someone we maybe see fairly often, but we don't really know them. So they could be a neighbour maybe, or someone who works in a shop, something like that. And we're going to see, first of all, if we can bring this person to mind as vividly as we can. So trying to get a real sense of this person. And now we can see if we can wish this person well. And again, we're going to use the phrase, may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be free from suffering. And again, we're seeing if we can contact this bright, sunny quality of metta as we do this. So we're staying with awareness of this person as we wish them well. So may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be free from suffering. And now we're going to move on from this person to the fourth stage. Now we're going to bring to mind a person that we've got a bit of a problem with at the moment. And again, we're seeing if we can have a really vivid sense of this person. And if we have an emotional response to them, we can just notice what that is. And now we're going to see if we can wish this person well. And again, we're going to use that phrase silently. May you be well. May you be happy. And may you be free from suffering. And as we do this, we can just see if we can stay in touch with this metta quality in our awareness, this bright, sunny quality, as we wish this person well. So we're staying with awareness of this person, wishing them well. May you be well. May you be happy. And may you be free from suffering. So seeing if we can contact this metta experience as we wish this person well. So staying focused on them. And again, noting any kind of emotional response that we might have as we do this. And now we're going to move on to the final stage of this meditation. And first of all, we're going to bring to mind the previous people. So that's ourselves, our good friend, and the neutral person, and the difficult person. And we're just going to see if we can wish all of us well. So may we be well, may we be happy, and may we be free from suffering. And now we're going to expand our awareness, and we're going to start bringing in more people. So these might be people that you know, or they could be people in your locality. And we're going to wish these people well. Again, seeing if we can maintain our contact with the bright experience of metta. So may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be free from suffering. So we're now bringing in awareness of more and more people and wishing them well. So continuing to expand our awareness, and we can take this as far as we wish. So may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be free from suffering. And so we're continuing to expand our awareness, bringing in awareness of more and more people, wishing them well. And in a moment, we will be bringing this meditation to a close. But for now, we can continue to bring to mind more and more people. And if we wish, even other beings, animals, and so on, as we wish them well. So may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be free from suffering. And so now we're going to bring this meditation gently to a close. And so we're just gently relaxing our awareness, coming back to awareness of sitting in our seat, wherever we are. And maybe we can compare how we now feel with how we felt at the beginning of the meditation. And so we bring this Metta Bhavana. So the cultivation, I suppose, of well-wishing towards ourselves, mostly other people, to a close. Okay, so, well, I hope you enjoyed that session of the Metta Bhavana from Wandsworth Common. Quite pleasant, fairly peaceful today in Wandsworth Common. I had an interesting question actually from the person who logged in. I don't know the answer, but it's an interesting question, so I'll read it. What hertz is better for meditation, which is frequency per second, I think, hertz, 428 hertz or 432 kilohertz? Kilohertz. Well, who knows? I don't know the answer to that. It's a sort of interesting question. I think I know what they mean. I'm not sure. I would say the kilohertz, to be honest. Anyway, there we are. Thanks very much for anyone who is listening. Hope you enjoyed it. As I always say, if you did enjoy this, you might like to consider leaving a donation. So if you go to the homepage of the website, there is a PayPal facility there on the homepage for a secure donation, if you'd like to do that. On the livecast page of the website, there is a suggested amount for these longer sessions. And so if you'd like to do that, that would be gratefully received. So again, I'd like to say thanks very much for joining me for today's session. And I hope you'll join me again soon. Bye for now.